What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I am Archer Phoenix. In this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. I want to make it clear that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an individual that is wanting to learn more about this. And for you guys out there that know about it, please give me as much information as you possibly can on Bitcoin and what you think about it. And yeah, let's dive in actually. So I got ChatGPT up on the window for you guys, as well as another website that will show you the gains that you would get if you were to purchase today, and what pretty much your what capital gains you would receive if it hits a certain price. And on the bottom, we got our graph chart. Recently, this thing shot up to $124,000. So where are we at? We're at $124,000. Bitcoin just went right up, and then now it's trickling down. From what I've been learning for the past couple months, it's versatile. So don't worry. Well, for me, I'm not really worried about it. If it goes down, the where I'm at mentally is if it goes down, cool, you could collect more, and that's fine. If it goes down and I lose that money, it's okay because I know it's going to go back up, and my investments, the money that I exchange for, it'll be okay. So I'm not really sweating it. But as you could see, this thing went like it dropped, and then it dropped tremendously to $17,000. It trickled back up, and now it's doing this number. Um, I am no expert, guys, like at all in trading, in cryptocurrency. Like I'm a complete newbie. I've been studying it for past couple months or so, but there are people out there that are really deep dived into the crypto world. And I appreciate you guys for giving us all the information that we need, that's happening around the world, and what businesses are investing in, which countries are investing in. So it's really, really, really cool that you guys are giving out that information, and very well spoken, because it helps me understand a little bit more that this is happening in such a fast pace that I wish I would have got into this cryptocurrency back then when I saw what was it, a crypto.com commercial on my iPhone, the very first generation. And I didn't think much about it, whatnot. And plus, on top of that, I wasn't into any type of investments because I did not have the proper financial literacy, that I would have been like, oh, cool, let me research this, let's see what this is about. Oh, this is, you get dividends. What are dividends? Here's your assets. I had no clue about this information because I never searched for it, I never bothered to care about it. My mindset was stuck on the old: work, go to school, save whatever money you can save, spend your money, spend your money on liabilities, like a car. So my financial um, literacy was like very poor, very, 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 very poor, and that's on a personal level, guys. I didn't think anything like, oh, if I why should I save my money? I should just spend it. It's gonna be hard to save and whatnot. But it's because I didn't have anyone to tell me like, hey, Phoenix, maybe you should look into this company and get this stock. Let me show you. Let me give you an example. What you could possibly make in the next, couple years if you invest in the company. And here are some dividends, so you could get some compound interest and more capital gains. Like no one ever told me this kind of stuff, and no one taught, my family either. So it's like, for me, like I said, I'm very old school in I'm very old school in the ways of like, you go to school, get out of high school, get a job. Well, actually, I started working at 6.5 actually. If I would have invested back then, I just it would have been nice if somebody was there to be like, give me a little proper guidance instead of trying to pyramid scheme. I've crossed paths with individuals like that, that were selling certain products. I could just tangent off on a lot of things, but on the video, like I said, I want to focus on Bitcoin, and just to show us all as we're learning together, why is Bitcoin important? So let's start off with that. Let's ask ChatGPT, why is Bitcoin important? All right, let's do why is Bitcoin important? How can it be used? Let's see, what else? What are the questions? Can it be used? Can you make, everyone wants to know, can you make money from it? And let's see, what does the future look like for using this cryptocurrency? Right? Uh, Whoops, there you go. Oh my gosh. I can't even spell it. There you go, currency. See, financial literacy, guys, learn it. There we go. Let's fire it up. Also, provide any information that will help me understand. Thank you. There we go. Let's see what it generates. All right, Phoenix. Let's break it. Let's break Bitcoin down step by step, so it's crystal clear. No tech jargon, fog, no hype without substance. There we go. Why Bitcoin is important. Now, bear with me, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it out loud. If you like this type of content, let me know on the comments down below. Put a like so I know. For some of you that want to keep on hearing about this or in this type of way of method, yeah, just let me know, guys. All right, here we go. Bitcoin matters for a few big reasons. Decentralization. No government, bank, or single company controls it. This makes it resistant to censorship and independent of any country's financial policy. Okay, limited supply. There will only ever be 21 million bitcoins, unlike regular money, which central banks can print. Bitcoin is deflationary. Scarcity can increase value over time. Okay, that's cool. So 21 million, they make it. It's scarce. They cannot print it. They cannot going back into the code. What's done is done, and that's it. Whatever's in the market is whatever you got. Decentralized. So there's nothing that will stop it from anything. There won't be any like holes or 3 to 5 business days or anything like that. That's my interpretation. Borderless payments. You can send Bitcoin to anyone, anywhere in the world without needing a bank. Transactions can be faster and cheaper than traditional wires. Alternative to inflation in countries where inflation is destroying currency value. Those are the countries, some of that I gave example. Bitcoin can act as a store of value. Blockchain transparency. All Bitcoin transactions are public and verifiable. The ledger blockchain can't be altered without network consensus. There we go. I'm not too sure about what that means. Transaction public and verifiable. Okay, so it's public, it's out in the open, and there's verification, ledger blockchain. Okay, I'm not okay, cool. How Bitcoin can be used. Here are the main ways people use it today. Investment, store of value. Many treat Bitcoin like digital gold, holding it long term to potentially increase wealth. As we see that it did jump up, but then it dropped down. But like I said, it's okay. If it drops down, collect. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. It's just for me. If it drops, collect. You know, it goes by Satoshi, so it's like 0.00000. So that's why it makes it deflationary. It's less than a penny's worth. And you know, the more you collect the digits, more digits you collect, the how I see it is like it's gonna be a greater value. And especially right now, even though it's like past $100,000, imagine when it hits 1 million. It'll be like if you try to get in later on, you put like 10 G's, wouldn't that be considered like a buck? You know? Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, here we go. So payments, some businesses accept Bitcoin for goods and services. Certain restaurants, online retailers, even travel agencies. Remittance. Oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce that. Remittances. Sending money across borders without high bank fees. Trading, buying and selling to profit from price fluctuations. Day trading, swing trading. Collateral for loans. Some crypto platforms let you borrow money using Bitcoin as collateral. Now, there's a channel that I watch pretty much on the daily now since I've been getting into the crypto world. I highly suggest swinging on by is 3T Warrior. Um, he explains like phenomenally makes it clear. He lets you know what he is doing and how he is creating generational wealth. So I highly suggest you guys go swing by and take a look at his content and see what he has to offer. And let's see what else. But he did mention that you loan against it at a certain percentage, and for him, he created insurance company from it, and then now it's almost paid off in the next like what 6 months or 5 months, something like that. And then let's see, microtransactions, sending small amounts online without high fees like tipping creators. Okay. And then can you make money from Bitcoin? Yes, but with risk. Well, yeah, there's like, here it is over here. There's a risk it's going down, right? So you are losing money. Now, if you're trading this, I would assume you let it run up, get it up, and then pull out. After that, you have to set aside for taxes because there is tax. It's a tax event. And for me, if I was to do that, I haven't been that brave to honestly do any trading and whatnot. And like I said, I barely started, so there's barely anything that I could put in right now. For example, you saw like I have recycling videos that I collect recycling bottles and I convert that into cryptocurrency. Um, that's my cat. Okay, okay. Did you hear her? So okay, let's stay focused. I gotta stay focused. And here we go. So can you make money from Bitcoin? Yes, but risk. Long-term holdings, HODL, buying Bitcoin and holding for years historically. This has been profitable, but prices can drop heavily in the short term, which we do see right here. Um, let's zoom out. And then trading, making profits by buying low and selling high. This requires skill, timing, and risk management. Mining, using computers to secure the network and earn Bitcoin. These days, it's expensive and competitive, usually done by big operations. Now, I did look into the computers that needed to be able to mine, and you're looking at a couple G's to get like a really good one to just collect Bitcoin. If you have the extra money, have at it, but there's a lot more to it. I like programming and all that, and I have no clue. I don't know. I ain't gonna dabble with that. But there are companies out there that are Bitcoin miners, and do your research, do your due diligence. That like for me, if I hear about this, I follow along with okay, which companies are Bitcoin miners, and then from there, see if they have a stock. And if they have a stock, okay, cool. See what that stock looks like. See what the graph is looking just like this, and then zoom out and see how much that company has been profitable and doing whatever it may be. It could be Bitcoin, it could be any type of technology stocks or or retail, whatever it might be, whatever you want to research in, just dig a little bit deeper. It's all there. It's really all there. Um, all right, here we go. Staking, lending. You can earn interest by lending Bitcoin to others through crypto platforms, but there are risks if the platform fails. I don't know anything about that. Okay, let's go. Earning Bitcoin, getting paid in Bitcoin for work or service. Now, there are content creators out there that are actually trying it, a challenge to be able to get paid in Bitcoin. And that is smart. Why? Because I now see that this is a commodity. It's digital gold, and whatever you could collect, just like my recycling, whatever I could collect, I'm putting an inflationary asset. Oh no, excuse me. I'm putting I'm have inflationary currency, right, and going into a deflationary currency. So it's it's fine, to me in my mind. All right, here we go. Risk warning: Bitcoin is volatile. It can drop 30 to 50% in value in a short term. Never invest money you can't afford to lose. So, say for example, you go to a coffee shop and this was on a gift card, by the way, but but if you go in a coffee shop and you have the choice of $8 and spending the money on your favorite drink, or you could put that $8 and put into an investment that will generate you more capital gains. It's for me, my mind has been rewiring ever since I've been falling into this whole financial literacy journey. Like this is part of my phoenix moment, rising from the ashes. And like I said, the old ashes of me was spend, don't save, live paycheck to paycheck, take care of bills and whatnot. I never really thought about investing my hard-earned money, because when you work, you're exchanging your time, your valuable time, whatever it may be, whatever price that you're getting paid for it, you're exchanging your time for it. And thank God for the people out there on YouTube that care about a lot of folks, to say, hey, like, you're able to do this too. There's no reason why we can't have it as well. And it's true. Why not? Look into it, dive into it. For me, I was like, I was kind of like, I was kind of scared of getting into this whole thing, like setting up an account on one of the crypto exchanges. My heart was racing at 2 o'clock in the morning after playing Call of Duty, and I'm not sponsored by anything that I'm talking about, but like, my heart was racing. I was like, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? I'm getting out information. Oh my, and then I'm like, dude, you know. But as soon as I started getting into it, I'm like, okay, I could see how this is becoming fruitful. And from 5, 6 months, 7 months ago, and to now, I'm just like, oh dang, like, I've been missing out on this for a minute. And like I said, I wish somebody told me, like, hey Phoenix, look into this. Take a look into crypto. Like, I don't get me wrong. One gentleman, one gentleman, Mr. Mallard, he did tell me about this, but I didn't care to really look into it. So my mindset was like, just focused on, don't know it, don't want to chance it. Oh, excuse me, I hit the mic. Don't want to chance it and whatnot. And then he sparked that fire again, and I'm like, all right, let me look into it. And so that after that, the rest is history. Now I'm on this mission on, like, how is this going to benefit the future? How is this going to benefit for, like, for you guys that are watching my video, for anyone who's crossing paths over here on Arch Phoenix? And all right, let's get back into it. All right, the future of Bitcoin. Here's what experts say, or here's what they say, or they expect, actually. Increased institutional adoption. More companies, banks, and funds are starting to hold Bitcoin, which is very true. If you look at it, there's only 5% left, guys. 95% is being held right now, and it's showing the numbers don't lie. Bitcoin ETFs, and in some countries, you can invest in Bitcoin through regulated exchange traded funds, making it easier for everyday investors. There are companies out there that have ETFs for Bitcoin, and look into it. Look into it. Just type it on on your browser, and it'll pop up everything for you guys. And look at their stocks, and follow, check out the news and whatnot. Like, see how their stocks were like super low, and then as soon as they started saying that we're gonna make an ETF for Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency, their stocks go up. And there's a lot of that going on right now, thanks to what today's modern investor. He explains it very well, very, very, very well, and he's been letting us know for the past like 10 years, I believe. He's been in the market for a while. I wish these guys' channels would have crossed past my my YouTube feed, but during that time, like I said, I didn't think about investing. I didn't think about how can I make my money work, for me. But all right, let's get back into it. Global acceptance. Slowly, more merchants and payment systems are adding Bitcoin. Layer 2 technology. Um, Here we go. Tools like Lightning Network allow instant, low-cost Bitcoin transactions, critical for mass adoption. Regulation. Governments will likely introduce more crypto regulations, which bring stability but also limit some uses. Digital gold narrative. Many see Bitcoin becoming the 21st century store of value like gold, but more portable and divisible. Now, for me, I keep on saying a lot. I've been catching myself. I've been trying not to use that too much. So, how I see it, let's go back 100 years. In society, we traded coins, and think, the mints created, the coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, Eisenhower dollars. And society, like, you're carrying all that cash, right? All that heavy change, all that heavy metal. And then all of a sudden, the dollar bill comes out as a legal tender that backs the money, the coins, right? And so it would be not as heavy. You'd be able to do transaction. You get less change. And then after that, fast forward into the future, the paper bill became how you transfer money. It was through plastic, credit card, debit card. And then now we have like, you were paying with your phone, and now we're going into this. So that's how I see it. You could be carrying like oodles amount of money and be able to do a quick transaction where it's secured in a blockchain and it's going through a protocol and it's safe and it goes through all that stuff. You get charged whatever fee. It could be less fees, whatnot, and then the other person receives it, and then that's it. But I know there's more to it. Like I said, I'm still new to this whole thing, and I have no clue. I'm learning with y'all. All right, and here we go. Key facts to help you understand Bitcoin. Created in 2009 by an anonymous person group named Satoshi Nakamoto. Blockchain, a public ledger of transactions that immutable cannot be altered without network agreement. Mining, the process of verifying transactions and creating new Bitcoin. Having events. Every 4 years, Bitcoin rewards for miners are cut in half, reducing new supply. This historically has led to price increase over time. Volatility. Prices can swing drastically. This is both an opportunity and a risk. Self-custody, not your keys, not your coins, means if you don't control the private keys to your Bitcoin, the exchange or platform technically owns it. That's another video right there. Like I'm moving on little levels. Let's say like we're playing ranked, and you get, the higher you go, the more, I guess, security that you need for your stuff. Example use case: someone in the US could send $500 worth of Bitcoin to a family member in the Philippines in under 10 minutes, paying only a small network fee. No banks, no delays, no currency conversions. So Phoenix, if you want, I can make a simple chart showing Bitcoin's past 10-year price trend and halving events. So yeah, you visually see what's it called, digital gold, why it's called digital gold. That would make the big picture much easier to grasp. Let's go. And thank you. There you go. Let's see what's up. I like using ChatGPT, guys. It's pretty cool. It's a trip, though. It's really a trip. And also, this is my gameplay in the background. If you guys want to check it out, I highly suggest check out my lives. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment down below, and share. I do have merchandise as well called Make It Glitch. It's on my bio. And yeah, guys, just stay in tuned what I got in stored for my channel. And it's a wild card. It could go from many directions because the phoenix rises in all paths. All right, here we go. So here's the chart showing Bitcoin's price history and four halving events. You can see how each halving, red dots reduced new supply and was followed by major price surges over time, even with big dips in between. So here we go. I wonder if I could. So the first halving, second, third, and now we are past the fourth. The fourth one was 64,000, and that wasn't not too long ago. The 64K. Let's go back in let's say 5 years. All right, so 64K. Where are we at? So this was in October, around October, the Monday on the 15th. There's 66,000, right? And it just dropped tremendously to $17,000. I could only imagine all the folks that invested then. It was like, no. But if you would have held on to it, it went up, dropped, up, drop, up, and I think it's gonna drop again. Just how the behavior looks. But check this out, guys. Like back then, oh my gosh, what, $42? Imagine it's 42 bucks for Bitcoin. Even like there was an example that I saw on another video. If you would have got Bitcoin when it first began, for 1 penny, you would have got 15 Bitcoin. 1 penny. What? So let's fast forward. Not fast forward, but let's look into this. Here we are. So we have Bitcoin, right? It's 118,000, and let's put like, well, almost like close to 30%. Let's do like $35,000. Okay, I know I cannot, so $35,000, right? And if this thing hits about 1 million, let's just say $1 million, that's $260,000, 942. And that's the thing. For $35,000, you hold it, it's gonna go up and down, whatever, right? But once it hits that mill, wait, am I messing up? Yeah, if it hits a million, yeah, 1 million, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 260. $260,000, 1 million. Now that's $35,000. Let's put in like what 20,000. Okay, $20,000. You still make $149,000. So you can only put $10,000, right? That's $74,000, 544. Now what you could do with that money? You reinvest it, right? Reinvest into other assets that create cash flow, that have dividends. Reinvest it into other crypto, to be able to just stack it and be able to let it grow and prosper. Now I'm like I said, I'm in the beginning stages. It's a lot of it's a lot to follow along for me, and I'm just sharing this information with you guys, so if it sparks something for you guys, that's awesome. If it's whatever you guys want to do with your money, you know what I mean. um but this is just an example. It's 118,000, and oh, you can't see it on this side. So let me see. I gotta bring it down right here. So 118,000, right guys? And this is how it is. The 1 million. Okay, now if it hits, let's say 600,000. Okay, or yeah, 600,000, right? So I'll be like, wow. Okay, there you go. $40,000 if you invest $10,000. If you invest $5,000, that's $20,000. Okay, so you can mess with this. Go on that website, CoinStats. I'm not sponsored by any of this. Check it out. Mess with it. Take a look at it. It's not. It is not. No, it was not any different from checking out a dividend, using a dividends calculator for stocks. That's how it goes. But dive in, mess with it for a bit. Oh, can you even see that? See. Oh, bummer. That's my face has been covering it. Well, anyways, so you guys can see that. There you go. Oh, there's me. Got double me. I'll just keep it like that. Keep it raw. But this is the example, guys. Okay. And the thing is, from what I've been hearing, hold on to it. Let it go. Let it go rise. Right? Let it rise from the ashes. Right? But yeah. So let me know, guys, what you think about this video. I know it was everywhere, all over the place. This is not scripted. This is completely 100% raw. And yeah, give me some feedback. That'd be awesome. Also, I'm going to be launching my membership, my very first membership. I've had the ability to be able to open it a long time ago, but I've been pushing it aside. But now I'm going for it. So you guys are interested? It's another way to support my channel. There are I could tell you about the perks. There's shout outs, and the membership that's gonna go to the channel will go towards like games, food, travel expenses, and what else is there? There's you guys get access to see the videos before it's launched, and there's a couple more perks there, but stay tuned for that. But yeah, all right, guys, have a good day and rise from the ashes.